TJ, I remember when you won the belt the first time. We shared a card together, you and I, and nobody thought that you could do what you did to Renan Barão at the time. And you have
that was crazy.
Turned out to be one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. A lot of times people call you 1B to Dominick Cruz's 1A. You win this championship again. I think that there will be no question as to who is the greatest bantamweight of all time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You know, it's always good to be joined by one of the greatest fighters of all time, and TJ Dillashaw. No matter what you think about TJ, he is one of the greatest fighters of all time.
I mean, I go out there and beat Peter. I get a title shot, and it just happens to be a good matchup for me. But realistically, after that Pedro fight, I went to the UFC and said, hey, I want to book a fight. Peter Yan was the only guy in the top 10 that did not have a fight booked. He was the only guy. So, it just made sense. I go out there and beat up, Peter. I get a title shot.
Someone else is the backup, whether they are or not. Like, there's a chance of them being next as well. But not just that. What if, say, Charles or Islam gets injured, then this other person steps in, then the person who originally got injured, say it was Charles or Islam, they have to run it back. So further down the track, they're running it back, and I'm like, then I'm waiting two title fights now.
Right.
So you know what I mean? You get what I'm trying to say? It's like I don't want that. So I'm like, I'll put myself in that position that if it happens, I'm next, as in like I'm next weekend, or I'm the next fighting for that lightweight title. So I'll put myself in a position where I don't have to wait an extra fight. Because again, I want to be active. I don't want to be waiting around, and I don't think the one division can keep me busy enough. So, and again, obviously, you talk about legacy and you're leaving a good legacy behind. I feel like these are the things that you got to do. I guess I'm not just doing it for the legacy. I want to do it. I love it. I love a challenge. So bring them on.
Let me see the final product.
Yo, watch. What do you think? Aljo is taller than this building, bro. Look at that. You need a photographer, come to me. Yeah.
Machine photography.
Yeah, the biggest building and the biggest guy. See? Look at that. More picture.
Shout out to my man Reggie, SCL Boxing Academy, for getting my feet right. My hands was always good. Hand speed, power, but now my feet. I'm moving circles around these dudes. Ain't nothing that they can do. Nick Simmons and Andy Simmons, some of the best wrestlers in Michigan, in the Hall of Fame, showing me their techniques, showing me their tricks. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm a problem. But like I said, I'm going to show y'all though. We going to talk about it, but I'm going to show y'all too. But the only way I can show y'all is if the UFC put me in position. That's it. But the UFC know. If they give me one of them boys, it's over with. They risking it all if they put me up against them. They risking it all if they put me up against them. Because they know it's a great possibility I could beat them. Great possibility I could beat them. I know I can, but it's still in their mind like, damn, Buckley could knock them the f*** out. You know what I'm saying? They could get him. They could catch him slipping. But Buckley, if he land that motherfucking shot on their chin, he can knock them the out. And that's too much risk. And that's too much risk. I'm telling you that.
Осталось 1,5 минуты. Go, go, go!
He's having too much fun.
It's not fun, coach. I wanna show him what he's doing.
Yeah,
Understand? Because
you're,
when I
but you're
talk, you don't
filming it.
understand. I wanna say, well, this,
Yeah.
you.
Show him.
Sometimes they learn.
Sometimes.
There was Khadini story.
How is Khabib as a coach? He's fairly new. I mean, I guess I don't know if he's been doing it the whole time on the side, but as far as doing it more full time,
he's like I always say, he's been coaching forever. When he was fighting, he was coaching. He'd be sparring, doing his 5 rounds, and all of a sudden he'd be sitting there with us coaching the guys. He's been doing that forever. His father had trained him from such a young age to take the responsibility over as a fighter, as a coach, and he's taken over his father's footsteps. And he's learned from me, he's learned from his father, and mostly his father. But to me, he's on track, in my opinion, because of his age, what he's doing, the camp I see, the fighters he has, he's on track to being the greatest coach of all time, in my opinion. I see it. I see the writing on the wall, and I'm hoping I see that day when he does become that, the greatest coach of all time. I see that happening for him. He's that good.
I feel like the UFC likes you a lot, and I feel like this is almost like, hey, we know that you were put in a tough spot. This is, this is a make good. Do you feel like it's the same?
It could be. It could be if I go out there and wrestle, it's a make good. But at the end of the day, let's not get this mistaken. A lot of people who go out there and strike with Wonderboy usually look crazy. Jeffrey Neal, a friend and a foe. It's like, dude can strike. Dude can strike really well. Couldn't strike with Wonderboy. Vincent Luque strike really well. And these are 2 different styles of striking, 2 completely different styles of striking. Couldn't strike with Wonderboy. Pettis was a crafty motherfucker. He figured it out. Excuse my language, but he figured it out. I like to think I'm pretty crafty too. So I think I can figure it out, and I think my Kung Fu beats his karate.
Hey everybody, I can't even tell you how excited I am for this upcoming fight. The new news about UFE and all the fans and everyone I'm going to have the chance to just show the experience of my life. Take you guys fishing, we're going to be training together, and just get to know one another. I can't wait, man. God bless.
G'day everybody, this is just a update video on what I'm doing with myself. February next year, that's the date I'm looking at and preparing for now. Hopefully I'll have some interesting news to give you guys soon, but for now, next Monday I'm back in the gym. I'm going to slowly ease my way back into a camp, and hopefully have some interesting news to pass along soon. Otherwise, what am I doing? This week I'm at the Worlds of Bethesda in Melbourne, and cannot wait.
What's up, everybody? UFC President Dana White here, and I am putting together the biggest slap competition of all time. So, if you have ever professionally slapped or you think you can, email a video and your information to our casting team at slapcast@pilgrimmediagroup.com or just hit the link in bio.
A lot of times people call you 1B to Dominic Cruz's 1A. You win this championship again. I think that there will be no question as to who is the greatest bantamweight of all time.
Thank you very much. DC's going to do DC. He's good at, I call him the golden fluffer. He's like whatever you want to hear, he will say it, and he will make you love him. So that's his gift.